This is only about, I think, about 13 to 14 minutes. Once again, got a bunch of these things on the drive, and this is like one from yesterday. This is Alien Sands. I think this is the second of two, but probably won both of them. But this one is fairly interesting. That's bar there with the orb. Usually on this map, what we end up doing is running the orb to center with the vendor and as many other people as possible backing him up. The red orb has pulled off a neat trick there. He basically slipped in between me and everybody else in there and capped while we were all looking somewhere else apparently. We just turned around and oh look, the node is red. I caught a glimpse of him coming in there. And I also screwed up because as soon as I saw the node was red, I guess I was dumbfounded or something, and it didn't occur to me that the first thing you want to do when you see something like that is start firing on that node immediately. Because if you don't, if the enemy caps a node out from underneath you like that, and you don't start firing on it right away, the next thing that's going to happen is you're going to start seeing enemy people popping up all around you, shooting at you. If you start shooting at the node immediately, they can't do that. So I was a little bit slow on the draw there, but we ended up pulling about even there, I guess. We've got our prime, we've got the secondary on one side, and red is building the center. On this map, the node layout is a little bit twisted around, and I think people don't pay enough attention to it. I'm not sure if they always realize that there are two approaches to the prime, and you really have to watch the map, because if your prime becomes open to attack, it usually does get attacked almost immediately. And there's two ways that it can become open, from the center and from that side node, and I think a lot of people forget about one of those. They'll go out there and they'll get the center, and they seem to be running on the assumption that their prime is shielded at that point, but it isn't. That prime can get hit right from behind you, and I think it takes people by surprise. I usually try to get back to the prime immediately if it's open, and try to defend it as much as possible. You know, just in case something, because that does happen. You know, if that starts happening, you can lose this map really quickly. In this case, it's going to turn into a huge fight for our prime. We're already into that at this point. Yeah, this seemed to go on forever. I was I'd shoot down. I was amazed that I lived through that bit with the tank, and then I'm getting shot at by the Raptor, and we managed to kill each other off, and we're sort of at equilibrium there. But Red's going to come right back and start hitting us again, and now they got a bender in there. I'm going to hang back and try to take that bender out. Of course, they're shooting at me with Avrils. There's one guy left, and I'm going to fail to get him, so that's going to leave our prime with nobody there except one red guy who's naturally going to shoot it down as quickly as he can. So I got to go back there again, this time with a Scorpion. They're building it already by the time I get over there. I don't think I'm going to suicide straight into it. They got a couple of manas there. I'm going to take those out because this is the vehicle to do that with. Now I'm going to suicide into it. But we're still just barely hanging on to it. Now we got two vehicles up there, but I'm not going to risk taking the extra half a second to get into the bender. I'm going to take the vehicle that I'm nearest to, and I'm going to turn out to be just a little too far away to pull off a suicide into that tank, which is going to leave that tank there. And I think just barely managed to take him out before he killed me, or is he still there? I think he's still there. So we are still just barely hanging on to our prime. Now we got a Raptor coming in. And that whole time I was shooting him, I was like, why don't I have an Avril? Why don't I have an Avril? There's an Avril around here somewhere, and I could not, basically, literally to save my life, I could not remember where the damn Avril was. It was to my right. But it's one of the, it's a lot of the times you get into these situations, and things are just happening really quickly at this point, and it becomes hard to do, it's like, but you do the best you can. can. You know, you can shoot at the guy. Okay, this is near the end of it now. I can see that guy with the orb down there, and I'm kind of ticked. I'm like, I'm getting him. That's it. That's Nick's rat. I've seen him in a couple of these matches the last few days. He's a game player. He's putting out an effort. I can see that. I haven't seen him before. He's as good as anyone else. Yeah. As good as anyone, that's what I can say. I'm kind of circling around here because I'm feeling like I want to get this secondary there. And not going to have too much luck in there. I kind of had a fantasy that I was going to steal that Scorpion, but clearly the odds were there was somebody in it, and there was. So now we got the center. We do not have that secondary, but Red doesn't have their secondary either. So we're going to turn it around now. Red's about to lose their prime. They're building their secondary, but we got the center, so their prime is open. Nobody attacking it at the moment. I'm just going to stop here and tag this. Red's coming back to hit it again, so we canceled each other out. They still don't have their secondary though, so this secondary is shielded. That's a good thing. Red is starting to build the center, so that's gonna open up our prime if we're not careful. In fact, yeah, they're just about there. I'm gonna hurry up and try to get the center and shoot it down before that happens. Otherwise, we're going back to the prime and defending that again. And you know, if you escape the fate of losing the map because you didn't defend your prime one time, you really don't want to go back to that again, because you know it becomes a matter of how many times can you pull this off, you know. Yeah, I'm standing right here because our prime is now open, and there's nobody else here but me. Yeah, here comes the attack. There's a raptor. I think we'll manage to shoot him down, but the pilot's jumped out, and now he's going to start shooting down the node from here. I'm taking shots. I'm going to miss him. I think this guy back here gets him.
You gotta be kidding.
But I don't want to take any chances. I'm going to heal up the node as much as I can before I get out of here, and then jump into that Scorpion over there. And at this point, I'm not very optimistic at this point because we still got attacks coming in. But Red is about to lose their prime. Yeah, there it is. The red prime is now down. So just like that, we very much got the upper hand at this point. I just need to move forward very quickly, and I want to get this center down. And I'm lucky to get a one-shot kill on that node. I'm not sure how I managed this. Now I'm getting bogged down a little bit. I don't even know where I was. I think I was at the yeah, that's the enemy secondary. I knew that tank was there. I jumped. There was a little bit of a race. I jumped into the Manta, figuring if you jump into the Manta and do a jump immediately, and if that tank fires at the same time, there's a chance he won't kill you. There's a chance you'll just get a tank assisted boost, which is exactly what happened, and it put me over that hill and out of his range. So that's a nice case of I meant to do that, basically. Now I'm going to search around here because I know this guy is circling around just like I did earlier, and I'm going to fail egregiously to kill him, which is kind of a disappointment. I was really kind of hoping to take him out there, but well, I'm not going to say it's all tied up at this point. It's still a little bit up in the air, but we're definitely doing better. Definitely doing better than we were a little while ago. We still have the center, and Red is building their secondary and the center, but we're still just about barely hanging on. We're getting pushed back a little bit. Okay, we don't have the center. The Red secondary is under fire. Red's building the center, but that's under fire, so we're keeping now I'm finally gonna luck out a little bit and get into a good position here. Little late to save that tank, but this is a good spot because the most likely thing to come over that hill is going to be Mantas. Luckily, that Scorpion went the other way. There's a Manta. He'll die. I don't even have to aim at him. And there's the other one. He'll go down. Meanwhile, our orb came in and tagged the node. There's a guy with an Avril back over there. I'm going to get behind the hill where he can't help me. Jump out, take a few pot shots at him with the shock rifle. The sniper rifle would be better, but That's okay. There's a couple other people over there. They'll take care of him. Get back into this thing. I'm undercover from him anyway. Get over the hill where he can't hit me. And head off for the enemy prime because it went down in the meantime. So we're all working together here. This is what you want to see. I'm just going to throw this thing away on a suicide, take out that Scorpion that came in from the right, and shoot down the node. We got vendors coming in. This is, you know, this is all coming together. It's this is what you want to see. You know, it's like it's a case. You know, this is the kind of team you want to be on, where you can just basically, you know, look over your shoulder and there they are, you know, doing, you know, right where you'd expect them to be. It's not a case, you know, as opposed to a situation where you're kind of running around and you're looking around and you're like, why am I the only one here, you know? This is the front, you know, this is where we need to be and I'm the only one, you know, that's not what you're seeing now. I'm kind of hoping to tag a ride to the prime here, but this guy's not going there. He's kind of screwing around and shooting off from a distance, so I'm just going to drop off and find another ride out of here. I want to go to either the prime or the core. I don't usually attack the core, but it looks like we're holding on to the prime right now, so I'm going to go attack because somebody has to hit the core. You can't win if you don't hit the cores. In that case, I guess it's going to be me. And well, I'll get some help on this too in a minute. I'm looking at that Raptor, I'm like, you know, that Raptor's in pretty good shape. I don't think I want to throw it away just yet, so I want to get a little bit more use out of it. It's a little low for the missiles. Okay, now it's taking some hits. Now we'll just jump out and link it to death. And now I got all kinds of other people shooting at with me, and that's going to be it right there. That's a real nice match. Have a good one.